What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Cash's Collectibles. I'm Cash, and today we're looking at I think this is the 50th anniversary Spider-Man Marvel Legends series. So in this series, it came out with a bunch of other Spider-Man figures, such as, I think there was a retro line that came out. There was the Renew Your Vows box as well. But right here, we have the Japanese Spider-Man from that much older Japanese TV show. It kind of reminds me a lot like Power Rangers in the sense, if you've ever watched the show, which I have, it really does give you that Power Rangers feel. So I'm gonna take this guy out of the box and then I'll show you what he's all about. So here he is out of the box. Here's a full 360 of him. This has a lot of details and parts of the that really reminisce of the original Spider-Man Japanese TV series. If you don't know anything about it, it was just a Spider-Man series that came out in, I believe, 1978, made by Toei, which I'm pretty sure are like the same people that make, I don't, it's not Pokemon, but like other kid animes, right? I know of a lot, but I can't really pinpoint, but I've heard the name before. It's a very popular Japanese company. Came out in 1978. There were 41 episodes, and I believe there was also one movie that was based off of this character. And some things that I was talking about were like the wrinkles on the mask right here, if you can see. So there was obviously a very low budget, so the guy was actually just dressed up in fabric. There was nothing special about the suit or not, and they really got that down with these wrinkles like right here, which I love a lot, especially on a Spider-Man figure. We get like no Spider-Man suits that have wrinkles anymore, which I do kind of like a bit. So there's wrinkles here, there's wrinkles at the ankle, wrinkles along the abs and chest, and especially on the head, if I get a nice close-up right there. So yeah, it's really nice. There is a backpack, and I don't know what that's for exactly, but it's an option if you have like a figure stand or something. But yeah, here we go. I'll put him some other poses. I'll show off the accessories, and yeah. So this figure does come with a couple of accessories. First things first, we do get a Spider-Man web. This is the same exact mold as we've gotten in some other Spider-Man Marvel Legends. You put your hand in there and you can pose them and such. I don't really like these ones because they're not they come out of the packaging bent like that. You can try your best to make it more straight, but I mean, I just don't really bother. I prefer other companies that make webs like this, especially those wire webs. I don't have one, but I'm looking to buy one sooner or later. But yeah. So you get that. You get two web effects. I actually use these on my shelf because I just put these on the shelf in empty spaces just to cover up some room, which I do like. These are pretty nice. I don't have any other Spider-Man figures that come with these, so that's always nice. And last but not least, we have two other hand molds in this nice orange color, of course, because he's a much brighter figure. But these two hand molds are closed fist, so we get more of the open palm, as you can see right there. Kind of not exactly fully open, but you get that, and then you get closed fist if you're into that. So yeah, there we go. And for the articulation, it's always been this way. I've actually had this guy for actually a couple months by now, but because I never really got around to making a video on him, but ever since I got him, he's always been a very stiff figure. Just his joints in general, but starting off with his head, it does go 360 degrees. It goes all the way up like that, and it goes down that much, which is actually pretty good. Side to side is virtually non-existent. The shoulders, 360, they go up about there. Get a bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow. This is what I mean by stiff. It's just kind of a pain to kind of bend right there, but it does double joint right there. And the wrist is a 360, and it goes about that much up. and about that much down. The chest does have that crunch and back, but this happened on another one of my Legends figures where I didn't know what was happening and it broke. When I go to crunch it, it makes a really nasty popping noise. So I don't know how to fix that. As I said, it happened on another figure that I had to get rid of because it actually broke at the seam line right here and it just like tore off. So I'm not gonna display that, but if yours comes like that or not like that and it's perfectly fine, he does have a normal ab crunch as most Spider-Man figures do. His waist does go 360 degrees like that. His legs go about that much forward, which is pretty good. He has a double jointed knee. Again, pretty stiff, but it does do its job. No swivel at this shin, but the ankle goes about that much up and about that much down. No toe joints either, but it's pretty solid minus the fact it can get pretty stiff, and I have loosened this guy up in hot water and it is a lot better. Out of the packaging, it was 100% worse, but other than the fact that it's pretty stiff and that this joint is pretty scary to move, I wouldn't really change anything else about it. But yeah, I just want to talk about some more details that I've noticed. What I do like is that you can see the mask seam right there. That is on purpose because that is exactly how it looks in the Japanese TV show, right? And I just want to get a nice close up on that face right there. The wrinkles, the eyes, you can see his nose right there. It's really nice. It has a satisfying level of imperfection that I do like. His wrist gauntlets say Spider-Man right there. They kind of remind me of the Ben 10 Omnitrix, but they're just kind of like, he shoots his webs from there. He calls like his spider copter or spider plane, or it's like a Power Rangers thing where he can kind of transform on the spot and fight big monsters. He has like a spider jet and like a spider mech. It's Japan. I mean, what do you expect? But yeah, those are just two things that I wanted to go over. The emblems, both back and front, are 100% accurate to the show. I don't know what this is for. Again, probably some action figure stand, but no other Spider-Man figure I have has come with that. So it's a little odd, but I mean, it's there. If you were wanting something like that, it's there for your disposal. So yeah, here's the first pose that I put him in. This is kind of like a martial arts ready stance. He does a lot of martial arts-esque moves in the show, so I just want to capture that with some of these poses I do today. But yeah, here's the first one, and we'll get on to the second one in just a second. Here's another pose that I put him in. I wanted to do more like one-legged stances with this guy. This is how he's been posed on my shelf. Not exactly this one, but he has been in one-legged stances because I do think that is the most fitting way to pose this figure is to do that. But I use poster putty on my shelf, so it's a little easier. But honestly, you're not going to be able to pose this guy just by balancing him like this. But I wanted to give him like a Karate Kid type of thing going on here. I wish this knee could go higher just to get that full like dimension, but honestly, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's a Marvel Legends figure. It's not supposed to be the best, but it is definitely up there. So yeah, if you wanted to do something like this, I'd recommend getting a bit of poster putty, just kind of putting it at the bottom of the shoe. Balancing it is best to your ability, and then it's kind of hoping for the best. But right now, I'm just gonna support it with my hands. Now, this is a pose that you wouldn't even be able to achieve with poster putty. But yeah, this is kind of a flying sidekick. Imagine going, wow, bam, and hitting the bad guy. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, this is a pretty good pose as well. If I had an extra stand other than my Sentinel Spider-Man that I do have, I would definitely pose him like something like this. But I don't have a stand to waste on this figure. But honestly, that is a pretty nice stance if I do say so myself. And here's the final pose that I'm putting him in. This is kind of, as I said, it kind of reminds me of Ben 10, which I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a pose with this bracelet, him like maybe pressing a button, or to be honest, I don't really know. It just feels really fitting for the character for him to be kind of touching his bracelet like that, kind of looking down, looking a little menacing right there. So yeah, if that's something you want to do, you can totally do it. And I think this pose actually looks pretty good. I might use this pose on my shelf from now on. I don't know. I love it. I love it a lot. Easy to pose. It's not one-legged or anything like that. It's a really nice all-around idle stance to put in. So here he is in the Spider-Man section of my collection. I know you guys have seen him in this place before because I've had him since I started doing these toy reviews. So he's still in the same place he always was. I did put him in a new pose though, because I do think that actually looks pretty good. I do like this pose a lot. So I'll see where it goes, you know. But yeah, here we go. I think he looks pretty good. And yeah. And remember guys, if you did enjoy the video, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a ton. And don't forget to comment down below any other figures, toys, sets you'd like me to review in the future. And with that being said, that guy right into the pile. Have a good day, guys.